join hands with the right support and guidance from the income tax department, that we are together here to do or to share a session on yoga on this thorough juncture of the International Yoga Day. As all of us know, the kind of challenging times that all of us are going through, be it the kind of department that we are all sitting in, be it the kind of sectors that we are placed in, the kind of what do I say, the mental fitness, the moral fitness, the physical fitness, and the importance of immunity has never had this kind of a time before. And that is probably the main core reason why all of us are here for this brief session of an hour or 90 minutes or so, that all of us sitting at our own respective offices, our own respective homes, that we'd be very comfortably, as all of us know, income tax department per se is a department where regular interaction with general public happens. And so it is with our chartered accountant members, that we have to regularly keep meeting clients. And hence is a situation that the kind of breathing exercises, the kind of immunity development activities and exercises is most important for both our sectors. And so it is that for a time at 11:30 a.m. on Monday, if we have to sit and do a brief yoga session seated at our own office chairs and our office desks, it is that kind of a program that is planned with a big thanks to Isha Foundation, who've helped us in getting all of this, organizing all of this together. I should be really thankful to Sudhanshu sir under his guidance, that we could get this kind of a program in hand, and his team ably with Iyas Ahmed sir, Assistant Commissioner, Leo sir, Girish Mohan sir, and others. I'm also really happy and glad to acknowledge the presence of a lot of senior officials from the income tax and a lot of senior chartered accountants from our ICAI fraternity. A very, very warm welcome to each one of you once again. And let us all have a good 60 minutes or 90 minutes of learning of the small things that all of us can do seated at our own offices for the good benefit of ourselves and for all our members at large. Once again, a very, very warm welcome, and thanking you for this great opportunity that we could do this together. And probably this would just be a start of the great association that has always been with the ICAI and the Income Tax Department. May I invite and request Iyas Ahmed sir, Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, to kind of briefly address the participants, please.
Thank you, Ranjit. Good morning, everyone. Greetings to you all on the International Yoga Day. And this yoga, it is evolved from our own country, India, and now it is accepted and adopted by all across the world, and people have made a part of their life. And especially in this pandemic lockdown time, this gives more significance to this yoga, especially as a way of living. It gives the harmony, to live harmony with the body, mind, or the world around. So it gives a all-encompassed way of life for all of us, and especially on this association with Chartered Accountant Association. I would like to place my gratitude, happiness to Ranjit Warrior, Chartered Accountant Chairman of ICAI Ernakulam branch, for taking this initiative. And I hope we will have we have our cooperation in, especially in giving taxpayer services. So I hope it will be a new beginning for future cooperation, coordination with between Income Tax Department and the SERC. Thank you everyone, and greetings on the International Yoga Day to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Maybe now, without much ado, straight away go into the session. As all of us know, Isha Foundation has been holding strong hands with us even for the past few days that we've been having regular sessions for chartered accountants of yoga with the help of Isha Foundation. We have with us Ms. Asha Nair ji, who would be guiding us on this 90 minutes, a very strong representative and a volunteer, a yogi by herself. May I invite and request Ms. Asha Nair ji to kindly take over, please.
Namaskaram, everyone. Am I audible? Yes? Great. So today is International Yoga Day, and it's so wonderful that we have all of you here. It's a great opportunity for us. Thank you for this opportunity. So my name is Asha. I'm an Isha volunteer. I'm also a freelance journalist, and I'm joining you all from Trivandrum. So before we move on to the session, let me just introduce Sadhguru to you through a short video.
You're going to meet a man who has a devoted following around the world, and you'll find him astonishingly pragmatic on a range of very modern-day problems. Let's meet Sadhguru.
In your life, if you think the work that you're doing is important, first thing is, you must work upon yourself.
This is a curious thing because what is the true definition of yoga?
How to overcome this fear.
So what do we mothers do for our children?
This moment, how joyful are you feeling within yourself determines the quality of your life, isn't it so?
My grandfather gave me an article written by you.
Yeah, I'm not that old as your grandfather. In reality, there's just you, me and someone else. If all of us change, the world has changed. If we refuse to change, we will be only talking about it. Today, modern science has recognized that water has memory. 70% of the ailments that human beings are suffering are self-created. The experience of life, whatever happens to us, you can either become wise or you can become wounded. It's a choice we have.
If God doesn't necessarily exist, why do we need gurus? Why do we need Sadhguru?
When you're in an unfamiliar terrain, it is sensible to take instructions.
So in this 90-minute session, we will be going through a few practices like Sashtang, Simhakriya, and Ishakriya meditation. But before all of that, can we keep a few points in mind? Every time we organize a yoga session, we want it to be, like where everything we offer is received by the participants. We want you to be receptive and alert to this session. And for that, you can do a few things. Dedicate the next 80 minutes entirely for this session. Please be totally involved. Please do not leave the session to use restroom or drink water or to attend calls. Usually, we ask the participants to be seated on the floor, cross-legged. But this is okay because everyone is joining us from an office space. It may not be possible. So you can be seated on the chair, but make sure that you do not rest your head. You can rest your back, do not rest your head. Yes? So as Ranjit sir was saying, this is a very hard time for all of us. Something we have never imagined or seen before, right? So how do we tackle this? Sadhguru says, outside situations are not in our hands, but inside how we are matters a lot. It matters to people around us also. We all may not be able to help the healthcare professionals or frontline warriors, but we can help them by keeping ourselves as a positive and uplifting force for people around us. So here is a short video where Sadhguru addresses the current situation that we are in and our roles to play.
Well, I don't want to be a doomsayer. I never am that. but not confronting the realities for what it is will be a foolish way of addressing life. I've been talking to various scientific, people of science in this area and many important doctors in the world. From what I gather, and also I've been saying this myself because from the basic nature of what's happening, it's simply common sense also to see this, that this virus most probably will not be over either this year or next year. Very easily, it can run to 4 to 6 years before this pandemic becomes an epidemic. That too, if the world invests enough and we are fortunate enough to come up with a very efficient treatment protocol. Till that happens, this pandemic can keep coming back in waves. As you see from the first wave to second wave, that virus has come back much more equipped to harm us than what it was in 2020. This 2021 virus is almost doubly or triply effective in terms of causing harm to human beings, and in 2020 we had an assurance that below a certain age, young people will not be affected, but it is no more so. So many people in their 20s and 30s unfortunately have lost their lives. So, virus may get better and better. We have to get better, this is very important. The solution is not elsewhere, it is with us, because this is a virus where the sole carrier is the human being. It is not mice, it is not mosquitoes, it is not birds. All these years fevers have been coming, we are thinking it is chicken flu, it is this flu, it is that flu. This is nothing like that. This is essentially carried by human beings. So, human beings are the only solution. Conscious, responsible human beings are the only solution really. Otherwise, wave after wave will keep coming back, could decimate human populations, disturb our life the way we have known it, may be completely a thing of the past if we don't take care. And it's very, very important that every one of us must understand our responsibility in not only supporting ourselves and ensuring we don't get infected. This is a fundamental commitment everybody should take. I will not get infected. If I do get infected, I will ensure it doesn't go on to one more person. Now I get COVID and then you call your children and you get COVID and then you call your children and your spouse and you get emotional and you hug them and love, Love is not going to save us. Sense is the most important thing right now. In a situation like this, it is sensible, responsible, conscious behavior which is going to be the winner of this. There is simply no other solution that anybody has come up with. We have only learned to postpone.
So in these times, immunity is a key word, right? We are much in need of methods that will enhance our immunity, that will create a sense of a system within ourselves where we are at a low risk to the infection. Yes? So there are a few tips that you can keep in mind as to how to build your immunity. We will watch a short video on this.
The simple thing is just this: hot water, a little bit of honey, little bit of turmeric. The Harvard University, they're conducting a research on how the yoga practitioners, are they surviving better? It'll boost the immune system, but at the same time, it's like a gauge. So those of you who are looking for a magic wand way out of the virus situation, there is no magic wand. Very conscientious, responsible steps are needed. Once we relax the lockdown, anybody's guess, Till now, most of us been protected by isolating ourselves. Now when we have to step out, this is when the real challenge happens. This is when really how responsible and sensible we are matters. After the lockdown is over, when the economic process begins, the best thing you can do is how to enhance the immunity in your system. We can give you a protocol, how to maintain this. One thing is strict maintenance of social distancing. This must become your religion, okay? That is if you're religious, I'm saying. Otherwise, this must become your sadhana. So before you go for your morning sadhana, you must take 8 to 12 leaves and put it in your mouth, chew it and keep it in your mouth. It's very important it's in your mouth. It's most effective when it's in your mouth region. So you must keep it in your mouth, chew it for 1 to 2 hours, let it be there, don't wash it up, don't drink it down, let it just be there in the mouth, do your sadhana with that. Turmeric balls every day mixing up, you consume this in the morning and leave it in the stomach before you eat anything, at least for 1 hour. Another thing is, this is the amla season, that is the nallikai for Kannada people, the better nallikai. So right now the season is on, not those huge, golf ball kind of amla. That is all hybrid amla, that is also okay if you don't find anything else. But otherwise, what grows in the hills is only this size. You just smash one amla and put a little salt on it and just chew it. You must keep it in your mouth and it's most effective once again in your mouth. It must be just in your mouth for 1 or 2 hours. These simple things will greatly enhance your immune system. So there are many traditional things which we can do to boost our immunity. The last 39 years that I'm in this public life, almost every day I have some public event, some event which I am committed to large groups of people. But in these 39 years, in all this travel, I have not cancelled a single event because I am not well. The simple thing that we do when we see that we are exposed to infections when we are traveling, if we see there are viral infections or influenza going on, all these years of my visits to United States, I don't catch influenza when it's running rampantly all over. The simple thing is just this: hot water, a little bit of honey, little bit of turmeric, and if it is possible, some pudina or coriander in it a little bit. Right now, this is what we are doing to all the police personnel and the medical personnel in our region. We are providing them what is called as Nilavembu Kashayam, which works very well. We did this across Tamil Nadu when the dengue fever was on, it made a big difference. Instead of drinking just plain water, if they just drink this as a part of their thing, I think it will definitely help. It has helped me. I'm just telling you grandmother stuff, not medical stuff, okay? But it's worked. It worked for my grandmother, it worked for me. The only way is to enhance our immune system, the only way is to behave socially in a responsible manner. This is the way forward, and it's a new world, at least for the next 1 or 2 years. It is going to be a different world than what we have lived in. Right now, many things are being done. One aspect is the Harvard University, in collaboration with the Beth Israel Hospital, medical center in United States, together they're conducting a research on how the yoga practitioners, people who have been doing some yogic practices, how do they respond to a virus like this? What is their resilience? Are they surviving better? I'm 100% sure they're surviving better, but we need, medical evidence for this, but I'm 100% sure because I have not heard of a single case of any of our meditators dying. Some of them have lost their parents, aged relatives, but not meditators, related. So, yoga doesn't come through blood. You gotta do it. That's the only problem with the damn thing. It works miraculously, but you have to do it. In the yogic sciences, there are various things one can do to enhance one's immune system. In terms of practices, we have put out a simple, powerful process called Simha Kriya. This is a kind of process. One thing is it'll boost the immune system. Another thing is it involves your breath in a certain way. Suppose you start doing it today, after a week's time, if you find some difficulty in doing it, you clearly know you have some respiratory stuff even before other symptoms show up. Even before other symptoms with which you normally medically recognize, even before that you will see you will not be able to do the practice the moment there is some kind of a respiratory cause. This viral being, being a very respiratory related thing, it'll be very useful if you're doing the practice every day, twice a day, it'll boost the immune system, but at the same time, it's like a gauge. If you suddenly can't do it one day, you know there is something wrong with your function of your respiratory system. Most people develop relationship with the soil only after they die. But it's very important to develop relationship with the soil when you're alive. I would say especially now, with this virus around, believe me, those of you who are in some way in contact with the soil, here we call this Prithvi Prema Seva, that means getting involved with the soil in a very loving manner. Well, your ability to live, your ability to resist these kind of invasions upon your life will be greatly enhanced. It's not just enough if you live, it's important that you live strong. Living strong does not mean you grow big muscles and dominate somebody. Living strong means here life happens big. For this, you need a body which treats the entire planet as its extension, which it is. So, it's very important that you bring this, all of you who are here at the Isha Yoga Center, we will set up some processes for you so that every one of you, at least once in 3 days, your hands and feet are in the soil. Very important. And wherever else you are, if you have a small patch of a garden, or you can volunteer that you will work in somebody else's garden. Believe me, yes, they will get free labor, but don't think they are getting more, you're getting much more because you being connected with the soil will make a phenomenal difference for the way your physical body functions. Put your hands into the soil, very important. Otherwise, those of you who are too well-to-do but don't want to be seen doing any work because it may create a wrong image for your affluence, you can have a mud bath. Yes, that is also one way. This will do wonders for you. So if you maintain these protocols, very easily you can enhance your immune system because ultimately that's the only way you have.
So if you have a garden at home, now you know what to do, right? Yes, so we will move on to the practices now. Today we will be looking at Sashtang and Simha Kriya. These are two tremendous practices with very good results. We have seen many people getting their lung immunity up, their oxygen levels improved. So Sashtang is basically to increase the oxygen levels in your body, and Simha Kriya will improve your lung immunity. A small research done on a group of people who did Simhakriya for 4 consecutive weeks showed that 77% of them had increased levels in peace and relaxation. So we will watch a demo of Sashtang now. Since you're all joining us from an office space, we may not be able to make you do the practice, but we will be sharing the links with you at the end of the session. You can watch them once you are home. You can watch the video, follow the instructions once more, and do it yourself. Yes. So even though you are in an office space, you can be seated receptive to the video. Please don't sit with your hands crossed. You can leave your palms open on your thighs and be receptive to the video. Yes, so we will watch Sashtang first.
There is an asana, a yogic posture, which is called as Sashtang. The significance of this posture is that you touch 8 points of your body to the ground and hold it there. In this posture, the lung, particularly the lung, functions in a certain way. There are various aspects to it, but we are talking about enhancing oxygen levels in the system. The entire pulmonary system functions in a unique way in this asana. This is one of the most common asanas, which has gotten distorted in many ways in common use, where almost every devotee is supposed to go into this posture, but due to lack of instruction and understanding, people are just lying down on the ground. Here is a proper demonstration of Sashtang, or touching 8 points of your body to the ground, holding it that way and breathing slightly deeper than normal. Here, the forehead, chest, 2 hands, 2 knees and the big toes are on the floor, heels together, holding it this way. The breath will naturally become in a slightly exaggerated way. Hold it that way, if possible 6 to 7 minutes, otherwise start with 3 minutes. After you have done this for 6 to 7 minutes, relax your body so that the entire body touches the floor and get into what is called as Makarasana. If you are a male person, keep right hand on top of the left hand. If you are a woman, keep left hand on top of the right hand, put your forehead on top of it and just let your body relax for 3 to 4 minutes. And then move your right leg in such a way that the thigh is at right angles to the body and below the knee is also at right angles to the thigh part of your leg. And turn your head to the right, eyes closed, normal breathing, and relax into this posture for 3 to 4 minutes. And do the same on the other side. Turn your head to the left side, get your left leg into that posture where it is almost like you're sitting on a chair. That is, your thigh is at right angles to the rest of the body, and below the knee, the shin and the calf muscle is also at right angles to the thigh, and your head is looking towards the left, placed upon your palms. And relax into this posture for 3 to 4 minutes. And once again, go into Sashtang for 6 to 7 minutes. You can do a cycle like this 3 times at a time. And you can do it 4 to 5 times in a day, especially because most of you are wearing masks right now. The danger of decreased oxygen levels, even without infections, can happen because of this. If you do this 4 to 5 times in a day, this regimen, your oxygen levels will definitely be up, and follow this with Simha Kriya so that your immune system will function much better. There is substantial medical evidence today to show that it actually works like this. Many universities have invested their research into this, so don't go on debating this, just put this into action. It is not an absolute cure or a preventive, but we must understand our health is not an absolute either. Our health is a consequence of many incremental steps that we take. Please take this step at these pandemic times and ensure, to whatever extent possible, that you do not become a victim, nor do you become a spreader. Namaskaram and thank you.
Sadhguru will guide us through Simha Kriya now. Even if you're sitting on a chair, you can try the practice, Simha Kriya. The only thing is you have to keep your right leg over the left leg, crossed at the ankles. You can keep like this. Yes, even if you're sitting on a chair, please keep your spine erect. Your back can be rested, but do not rest your head. And please keep your right leg over the left leg, crossed at the ankles. Crossed at the ankles. Yes. So the first video we will play will be a demo video. Sadhguru will be showing us how to do the practice, Simha Kriya practice. After that, a guided video will follow. That time, every one of you can do the practice along with the instructions. Yes, if you can put on your video, it will be good, because so then I can see if you're making any mistakes, I can correct you. It will be good if you keep your video on.
Many benefits for the body, mind and energies. Sadhguru offers Simha Kriya, a simple but powerful yogic practice to boost the immunity and enhance our lung capacity. Sadhguru will be giving the instructions. It is important that you receive these instructions properly. Please dedicate the next 10 minutes exclusively for this process. Please do not attempt the practice while watching the video. First, listen to the complete instructions and then attempt the practice on your own.
So this is a simple practice for those of you who do not know any other powerful process. One thing is, it will enhance your lung capacity. Another thing is, it'll enhance your immunity. And above all, if you can do it today, if you can do it for next 5 days, and suddenly one day you're not able to do it, this means definitely you got some respiratory problem. It doesn't matter what it is, you must have yourself checked if you suddenly find you're not able to do it. What it involves is that you have to fully stretch your tongue out with your mouth fully open and then breathe as powerfully as possible without jerking the abdomen, but powerful pushing in and pushing out, both inhalation, exhalation, 21 times. And when it is done, you roll up your tongue upward, push it as further back as you can. You don't have to use your hands, it's not a good time to use your hands. So roll up your tongue fully as much as you can by itself, like… and still with your mouth open. Again breathe the same way. Inhalation, exhalation as powerfully as possible, but you must get the sound by making a constriction in your throat like this. The sound must be there. It's important that you form a constriction at the throat, at the pit of your throat, and make the sound, and inhalation, exhalation, fully exhaling, fully inhaling as powerfully as you can, but without jerking the abdomen, another 21 times with the tongue rolled up. Throughout the whole process, you have your eyes closed, you inhale fully, and simply sit there with the fullness of breath for 1 minute. If you are beyond a certain age or your breathing is not that good, at least 30 seconds. If you're not able to do 1 minute, a minimum of 30 seconds you stay there. When the day you're not able to do it, you must understand that there is some problem with your respiratory system and you must go for a checkup. Right now, I want you to just observe, don't do it, just observe and I will tell you how to go about the process. So what's being done is, one has to sit in a cross-legged posture, whichever way you can, whatever your body permits, and then use both the arms to push it up in such a way that your rib cage lifts off the diaphragm region, fully pushed up, and now extend your tongue fully out. Like this 21 times. When it's done, then close your mouth, that also 21 times, then close your mouth. You exhale with your mouth closed, making the sound at the pit of your throat by creating a constriction. And then if you wish to sit quietly for some time with your eyes closed, do that, and then you can do whatever you're doing. This is a simple practice that anybody could do. You ensure your stomach is not too full, you must be somewhat hungry. Even if you're not totally empty stomach, at least you must be somewhat hungry kind of situation. So, this is a simple practice, particularly those of you who are exposed either because you are medical personnel or you're police or you're in some other service where you're exposed to infected people, please make sure you do this will make a lot of difference for you.
Conditions for the practice. You should be somewhat hungry. Ideally, give at least 2.5 hours space between your last meal and the practice. Anyone between the age of 6 to 70 years can do the practice, regardless of their physiological and medical conditions. Those below 6 years of age and those above 70 years of age can also do the practice, but they must do the breathing 12 times only, not 21 times. People with a brain hemorrhage or a brain tumor can do the practice, but they must do the breathing 12 times only, not 21 times. You can practice Simha Kriya up to 3 times daily, ensuring you leave a minimum of 4 hours gap between 2 consecutive practices. Please do the practice exactly as instructed. Do not make any changes or modifications to it, such as increasing the count.
Sit in a cross-legged posture. Place your palms facing downward upon your thighs, close to the knees. Use both your arms to push your body upward in such a way that your rib cage lifts off the diaphragm region. Close your eyes. Open your mouth wide and extend your tongue out fully. Breathe in and out powerfully, moving the abdomen muscles but without jerking the abdomen. With full inhalations and exhalations, making the sound from the pit of your throat. Do this 21 times. If you happen to be over 60 years of age, do it 12 times only. Roll your tongue upwards, push it as far back as you can towards the uvula. With an open mouth, breathe the same way, inhalation and exhalation as powerfully as possible, making the sound from the pit of your throat. Do this 21 times or 12 times if you happen to be over 60 years of age. Close your mouth, inhale fully and hold your breath. Simply sit there, holding your breath with the fullness of breath for 1 minute or a minimum of 30 seconds. Hold your breath as long as it's comfortable for you. When you feel like exhalation, exhale through the nostrils with your mouth closed, making the sound at the pit of your throat. You can sit there quietly for some time and open your eyes when you feel like it.
So that is a very simple practice, right? It will take just 2 minutes of your day. You can do the practice from anywhere. Like, you don't need to be at home. You can be in your office space and still do the practice. So Simha Kriya is basically to improve your lung immunity. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is your stomach should not be full. After a full meal, please leave a gap of 2.5 hours before you do the practice. If you're doing Sashtang, your stomach should be empty. Like after a full meal, like if you have had breakfast or lunch, then leave a gap of 4 hours before you do the practice. Yes? Any doubts you have regarding the practice, please ask now. Or you can put in the chat box also. Anyone between the age of 60 and 70 can do the practice. If you are above the age of 70, you need to do the breathing only 12 times. And one thing is, you should not change the count of the breathing. Either it is 12 or 21, not in between. And I don't know if anybody tried doing the practice because all the videos were off. But if somebody tried, were you able to keep the breath holding for 1 minute? Did anyone try? Initially, it might not be easy. You can hold the breath for 30 seconds, and then gradually, once you keep doing the practice, you will be able to hold the breath for 1 minute. No questions at all? Everything clear? Okay. Yes, the vocal message says 60 years, while the type message shows 70 years. No, everyone between the age of 6 and 70, yes, can do the practice. If you are above the age of 70, you need to keep the count at 12. Yes, sorry for that. Any other questions? So right now what we did is one cycle of Simha Kriya. So you should leave a gap of 4 hours before you do the next cycle. So say it is now 12:30. So after 4 hours, by 4:30 or maybe after 2.5 hours, if you are not having your lunch now, then after 2.5 hours, you can do the practice. Yes, when you are somewhat hungry, that is the best time to do your practice. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so as we were saying in the beginning of the program, this is a very hard time to be. So in the last few weeks, especially in India, we have seen how the second wave of COVID hit us really hard. So in such times, we have seen our family, friends, many people around us getting ill, some of them even losing their lives. How do we grapple with the fear of losing our loved ones? Sadhguru will share some insights about this.
How do you think positively in circumstances or, external factors that are very negative? If I term it like that. I'll give you a specific
No, don't. I understand those situations.
This is relevant to my question. I'm giving you a specific, situation here. For example, you find out that your mother or a close relative have been diagnosed with a, serious life-threatening disease. How do you cope? How do you think positive? How do you stay stable there? Thank you.
I know when somebody dear to us, their life is threatened or something comes to them, injury, accident, disease, well, will cause distress to yourself. But I want you to understand this. See, this is the nature of life. This is what I've been trying to remind you from the beginning in this last whatever hour and a half, that we need to understand this is a fragile happening, this life. Right now it's on. The design of this life is such, see, inhalation, exhalation, next inhalation did not happen, this is gone. Back to the pavilion. You did nothing wrong, you just stood there, but back to the pavilion many times, isn't it? No way shot, nothing, simply, it just nicked by itself and went off. So this is the case, this is the nature of our existence. It is just that when somebody is dear to us, we get so emotionally wrapped by this. This is simply because you have only 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people who are dear to you. I live a life where so many, I don't know the number, so many people are very intimately, very profoundly involved with me on a daily basis. So in my life, how many people that are dear to me I have buried? Don't ask me, it's happening all the time. All right? So right now, the reason why you go through life the way you go through life is because your involvement is very selective, very discriminatory. Only this one person you will involve because I identify her as my mother. Only that person because I identify him as my brother. But if you knew larger involvement with life, you would understand almost every day you lose somebody who is very dear to you. Yes, this is the case with me. Does it mean to say you have no emotion? Does it mean to say there is no sense of loss? No, all this is there. All of it is there. It is just that if you are in terms with the realities of your existence, you live one way. This is what I was trying to tell you in the beginning itself. You think your psychological world is bigger than the existential creation. What this means is, your creation has become more significant than the Creator's creation. Once this happens, inevitably you will suffer. If somebody is ill around us, what do? We do our best to turn them around if it's possible. If you cannot turn them around, you let them go gracefully. This is all you can do. Whether you cry, laugh, turn yourself on your, upside down, do whatever the hell you want. This is all that will happen, isn't it so? The question is just this, whatever comes our way in our life will come, birth will come, death will come, disease will come, defeat will come, victory will come, all kinds of things will come if you're living an active life. Will you handle it gracefully or will you make a mess out of it? That's all the choice you have, isn't it? Do you have any other choice, I'm asking you? Whatever life throws at you is not your choice. What you make out of it is 100% your choice, isn't it? This choice you must exercise. This choice you must exercise. What life throws at you is not your choice. Who knows what kind of ball is the next ball? You don't know. What life throws at you is not your choice. What you make out of it is your choice. This is the power of being human, that you can make what you want out of it. If I'm saying, I know this is very hurtful what I'm saying, but you must decide whether you want solace or you want a solution to your life. I am not somebody who will say pretty words and give solace. I do that only to children. With children, if they say something, okay, we'll hug them, hold them, do this. Well, if somebody is in grief, even if they're adults, Because when they're in grief, they become like children. So we treat them like children. But you must decide in your life whether you want solace or solution to your life. If you want solution, there is one way to approach. If you just want solace, we can give pretty words, but what will they do? With all the pretty words, I will die, you will die, isn't it? Solution is just this, we come to terms. This is why I'm saying, from being a physiological and psychological drama, you have to become a phenomena of life. That's what you really are. What is the most important thing in your life right now? That you're alive right now, isn't it so? Hello? Is it the most important thing? Life is the most important thing, not what you wear, not what you parked outside, not the home that you're living in, not anything else, not your thought and emotion. What is most important is the life that you are. But how much attention has gone into that dimension of life? If your attention was for that, you would see your involvement with life would be indiscriminate. Once your involvement is indiscriminate, you will learn to handle everything gracefully. Right now when you're in distress, when somebody dear to you is ill, this sounds cruel, I know that. But I'm still taking the risk of saying this to you, because I want you to ponder upon this, because this is all the choice we have. We don't have a choice to decide what life throws at us. We have a choice to decide what we make out of it.
We will now move on to ICAI meditation. ICAI is rooted in the timeless wisdom of yogic sciences. Daily practice of ICAI will bring dynamism, well-being, health, and of course peace. Can we try ICAI now? Yes, please do the practice along with the instructions. After 12-15 minutes of the meditation, you will instantly see that sense of peace coming in. In these challenging times, this Kriya will give you that sense of balance and also that distance from the struggles of your mind. Yes, can we try?
Isha Kriya is an extremely simple process, but a powerful tool. These three ingredients, your breath, your thought and your awareness, in the right combination, if you use them, your ability to use the mind and the body is so greatly enhanced that you almost look superhuman for somebody else. But I'm telling you, this is human. This is not about being superhuman. This is about realizing being human is super.
Isha Kriya instructions. Preparation. Sit in a cross-legged posture with spine comfortably erect. If needed, use a backrest, but no headrest. Doing the Kriya facing east offers extra benefits. Keep your hands upon your thighs with your palms facing upwards. With your face slightly upturned, eyes closed, keep a mild focus between your eyebrows. This meditation will happen in 3 stages. Stage 1. Inhale and exhale gently, slowly. With each inhalation, mentally say to yourself, I am not the body. The inhalation should last for the whole duration of that thought. With each exhalation, mentally say to yourself, I am not even the mind. The exhalation should last for the whole duration of that thought. Repeat this for 7 to 11 minutes. Stage 2. Utter the sound Ah 7 times with mouth wide open, exhaling fully into each sound. The sound should come from just below the navel. You need not utter it very loud, but loud enough to feel the vibration of the sound. Stage 3. Sit for 5 to 6 minutes with a slightly upturned face and keep a mild focus between your eyebrows. The total time of this practice is between 12 to 18 minutes. You can sit longer if you wish. Please note, when you sit to do Isha Kriya, do not pay attention to the activity of the mind or body. Whatever is happening in your body or your mind, just ignore it and simply sit there. Do not take a break in between, as it will disturb the reorganization of energies that happens during the practice. The Kriya will yield maximum benefits if you do it for a minimum of 12 minutes each time. Do it twice a day for 48 days, considered as a full mandala or cycle, or once a day for 90 days. Anyone can practice this Kriya and enjoy its benefits. Simply follow the instructions without making any changes. This is a simple but very potent Kriya. You can remind yourself that I am not the body, I am not even the mind, anytime during the day. It would be best to use the voice in the video as a support when doing the Kriya. However, you can also do it without using the voice support.
Sit in a cross-legged posture and keep your hands open, facing upward. Sit with your face slightly upturned. The moment you sit this way, with a slightly upturned face, you will see naturally your focus will shift between your eyebrows. So maintain this mild focus between your eyebrows. As I utter these 2 sentences, with inhalation you take this thought, I am not this body. With exhalation, I am not even this mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. I am not even the mind. I am not the body. Keep your eyes closed and just sit still with your face slightly turned upward. Yogaratowa, Bogaratowa, Sangaratova, Sangavinaha, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, Nandati Nandati Nandateva, Nandati Nandati Nandateva, Satsangatve Nisangatvam, Nisangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve